Now, that does not mean that the dumb are all winning and the brilliant are all losing. It doesn't mean that at all. But it does mean that it's not how smart you are. It's not how much formal education you have. It's how are you programmed. Because school programs us. We're programmed genetically. That's why you look like you look. That's why your body's the form it is. I could read your energy like a book, and I know your genetic nature. That's part of our, that's from the moment of conception. Mom's DNA and Dad's DNA come together, and that forms your DNA. That's you. And an attractive force is set up, and 280 days later, you make your debut on the planet. And then you go through what's called environmental conditioning, up until you're around 5, and then you go to school, and they really start to condition you. So you see, we're conditioned with a lot of information that is false. And what I had started to do, I had started to reprogram that conditioning back in 1961 with recorded material. Now, it took me a long time. It took me 9 years to figure out what I had done. But I know why you're doing what you're doing, and I can show you, and I could prove it to you beyond a shadow of a doubt. I don't care how skeptical you are. I teach this to engineers, and engineers are very skeptical. Lawyers, psychiatrists, all the professionals. In fact, I've had psychiatrists tell me what I taught them in a year, I taught them more about the mind than they had learned in 4 years of medical school, 5 years of psychiatric training. And there's more than one psychiatrist has told me that. I have studied the mind for 52 years, and I've come to the firm conclusion that I can teach how the mind works to a child, and it should be taught to a child. If a child can learn a language, if a child can become multilinguistic before they even go to school, and in all kinds of countries people learn 4 and 5 languages before they're 5 years old, you can certainly teach a child how the mind functions. Because the part of our mind that gathers information, the part that schools loading our mind up with information, is not the part that controls our behavior, and it's our behavior that produces our results. There's 2 parts to our mind, the conscious and subconscious. The subconscious is conditioned. It's conditioned genetically and then environmentally. School doesn't understand that. If school understood it, they would never follow the structure that they're following.
That's what blew my mind when I first saw you in seminar, 7 years ago, was this concept that you're talking about. And I don't know anyone else out there in the industry that's teaching this and then showing people how to implement it and make changes.
I don't know anybody that's teaching exactly the way I teach it.
Yeah.
Val Newell and Dr. C. Harry Roeder taught me the basics about the mind, and they're both dead. There's people that I've studied with, that have studied with me, that are teaching part of it. And of course, we bring consultants into our business. We put people in this business, that's part of our company, and we train them to teach this information. And we are always working at how can we train them better to do a better job and earn more money, reach more people. And that's what we do with our consulting program. But I don't know anybody who's studied this more than I have myself. Now, I always say I'm really good at this. I am very good at it. I'm not much good at anything else, but I don't want to do anything else. I just want to get better at what I'm doing.
Well, I have worked with you for 7 years, and I keep trying to find the bottom of the bucket of your knowledge, and I can't even.
There is no bottom.
There is no bottom.
No, listen, there is no bottom. You're dealing with infinite knowledge. Understand this. All the knowledge there ever was or ever will be is 100% evenly present in all places at the same time. All science and all theology teach that. All the power there ever was, all the power there ever will be, is 100% evenly present in all places at the same time. All science teaches that. All theology teaches that. I don't care whether you're Hindu, Christian, Jew, Muslim. It doesn't matter. All religion teaches that. All the power is omnipresent. So when you tap into it, it's within you. And when you tap into it, there is no bottom. There is no top. You're tapping into something that's infinite. And you are letting it flow through you. You are merely an instrument for spirit to work through. We're spiritual beings. And our spiritual DNA is perfect. It requires no modification, absolutely no improvement.